Hello, everybody, and hello, Christina. Warmly welcome to our next English evening sound event. And we are very glad that we could win you to make it with us today's evening. So welcome, Christina.
Thank you so much, Catherine, for having me here tonight, and I
Yeah.
look forward to spend an hour with you all.
The topic of today's evening is a sound as a part of coaching processes.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's a very interesting topic for us all, I think. And perhaps you want to introduce yourself for everyone who does not know you. You are our academy leader from the academy in Spain. And yeah, perhaps you say some.
Yeah, my name is Christine Heckel, and I am German, but I'm living since 22 years now in southern of Spain, in the sunny Andalusia, and I represent since 2012 the Peter Hess Academy in Spain. And here I teach Peter Hess methods and offer my activities here, sound activity, my mainly trainings, but as well retreats and one-to-one sessions, all with my passion, including sound, obviously.
Yeah, really great. You did a great work. And perhaps do you want to say something about this evening now? What will you do with us today?
Yeah, have planned to speak briefly about the topic of coaching and the sound used during a coaching session. And then I would love to share a guided imagery and sound journey with you. And then afterwards, we have some room for questions, answers, any further comments, or yeah, and yeah, that's my plan.
Sounds great. Before we start, I just want to say to everybody who did not know this, we decided last week to just a second, please. That our next Congress will, at the beginning of the March, will take place only as an online event, and it will take place in German and English. And you can have a look at our website, soundcongress.com. I will write it in the chat. And before the Congress starts, there are a few winter months left, and perhaps you like to have a look at our video packages from this year's Congress. But I think we will say some more at the end of this evening, and because Christina has all translated all the videos from our last Congress. And yeah, but now I think I wish everybody, yeah, a good time now, and I will come back at the end for the questions. And now I get off for for this
Thank you
one.
so much, Catherine, for introducing this evening and the coming events. And I really would like to emphasize to everyone who watches as well on Facebook and all our sound
Yeah.
friends, please take advantage of the translations we have made of the last Congress of 2021. There's some really super valuable content that
Yeah.
can help you in your day-to-day life, in your day-to-day business life, in no matter private or work. It's really excellent, I think. We have topics from leisure, so sound yoga. We have topics about pedagogics. We have obviously Peter Hess, the founder of Peter Hess Methods, as well, giving talk and an interview and a workshop, which is always beneficial and wonderful to listen to him. We can learn a lot from him. I think he's a little bit over 80 years now. We celebrated his birthday earlier this year in summer, and he brings in a lot of life experience, and it's wonderful to benefit of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
thank you,
some
Christina, for this
great
introduction.
content. I really liked it a lot. And as Katrin said, I translated the videos, which was super amazing because it gives you a very different understanding when you translate it yourself. Because I'm not a native English speaker neither. I'm German speaking, and it's amazing, the content. I really believe so. Yeah,
Yeah,
excellent.
thank you.
Great.
So,
Wonderful.
everyone, have a great time and see you later.
Wonderful. Thank you, Katrin.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you very much for everyone to join us here tonight on this sound evening, the sound event from the International Association. And I was a little bit asked on short notice to jump in for someone who unfortunately had fallen sick. And I'd like to talk a little bit about sound used during coaching processes. I don't know exactly who is the audience, but I imagine most of you work with sound, if not all, probably. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on the Zoom call at least. And when we do this kind of work, no matter if we do one-to-ones, if we do group works, we always kind of guide, counsel, coach people. So when we talk about including sound into the coaching process, that can literally be for a one-to-one, it can be a group session, it can be a project coaching in a company or similar. And my personal experience here is that the sound is an excellent tool to support the coaching process. And what we do in our work is we really focus on solutions and on the resources. Remember that we always believe and trust that the individual person has all the talents, has all the knowledge, has all the wisdom to find the solution for whatever the goal, target, issue, problem is, right? So when I start a session, might it be with a group or with a one-to-one person, then I always focus first on what are the real needs of the person. It's super essential that you identify through asking specific questions what is the need of the person in that moment, right? And this way you can start setting up your coaching process. So when you ask the questions, it is important that you do not take responsibilities for the person and that you kind of act from a neutral point of view, right? Sometimes people ask me, but how do I conduct this kind of conversation? I always recommend maybe you want to visit a course on professional conversation or similar. That is might be very helpful. As I mentioned before, everyone carries usually the answers within themselves. So how can we access these answers to possible questions or the goals that people have? How can we help them to achieve their goals? I love to use sound, and I guess I use in almost every session the sound, because the sound of the singing bowls provide us with certain frequencies, and these frequencies, they help to bring people in a rather relaxed state. And the relaxed state is kind of a trance-like state, and the rich and overtones sound frequencies of the singing bowls are really beneficial for that. They help us to achieve that. And my experience is when we produce the space of sound, we produce a safe space of environment of trust and confidence, and this is where it is more easy for us to guide the individual person. So when we guide people, and I love storytelling, many of my course participants know that I really enjoy telling imagery stories such as, and then accompany them with a sound, and you can really achieve great results when you do that. When we use imagery and sound journeys, we create inner images, and we can use these inner images for whatever purpose we are following. So we intend to address the different senses that we have within our guidance, because that makes it kind of real for people, isn't it? At the end of the day, this is a biochemical process, and people, they literally project in something that they want, and we underline that while we help them with the sound. It serves often as an anchor as well. Afterwards, what is very beneficial as well is when we allow people to reconnect with their emotions, with their sensations, so they literally more and more anchor whatever they want to achieve. So the coaching can be really about anything. That can be an individual goal of someone. It could be an assessment. Often the work is related to development of personal competencies, as well as suggestions for a self-reflection. But it could be a physical issue as well, right? So I use it a lot as well when I work in groups, is when we want to overcome conflicts, maybe with a colleague or with a superior, and as well if there is a project ahead. And then I love to use the sound coaching to center the people to align their common goals and how to get there. It's really wonderful. Why do we use singing bowls? Because it's really easy, and people relax very fast with it. Those who work with the singing bowls know that most of the time it's really the case. I think I've had, in all these years since I work with the singing bowls, I haven't had one single person that did not relax. Of course, some people do relax deeper, and some other people rather superficial, you know. And we do, with the storytelling, promote imagination, so inner images, and obviously use positive inner images now. And what we do with the sound as well, because the sounds of the singing bowls are so-called primordial sounds, so we create this original primordial rhythm when using the rich and overtone sounds. This means they bring us back to this primal feeling, and this is where we feel safe and where we have trust and confidence in what is in ourselves, but everything that's happening in the outside as well. In addition, I'd like to mention, I always like to use the scaling in my work. So I ask people, how do they feel prior to we work? Maybe on a scale between 0 and 10, whatever it is, might it be stress related, then okay, where is your stress level, right? And then when we finish, we scale again, so people see what their achievements, what their successes are. I think that's really crucial and very important. Yeah, so I would say that's a brief introduction into what I understand under the coaching work. And then I would like to share a nice guided sound meditation with you. So let me just get my final setup here. All right, then I invite you to just sit comfortably and easy. Make yourself comfortable as possible. If you like, close your eyes. And if you like, follow me on a journey into the world of imagination. If you like, take a few deep breaths. Maybe together we breathe in deeply, inhaling and exhaling. One more time, take a deep breath in and let go. And I invite you to simply listen to my voice and to the sounds of the singing bowls. Any thoughts, any concerns, let them flow. They are like clouds. They come and they go. The sounds will create a safe space. Allow yourself to be safely carried by the involving, embracing sounds of the singing bowls. And while you listen to the sounds of the singing bowls, maybe you can feel as your body starts relaxing. Allow your body to find a comfortable temperature, so you're really comfortable. While you gently connect with the present moment, letting go of anything that has been before or might come after. I invite you again to focus on your breath. Allow your breath to be deep. So your body can relax more and more. And I invite you, while you breathe in the silence. Breathe in the tranquility. And with every breathing out, allow this silence, this tranquility, to spread into your entire body. Breathe in the silence and to your entire body. And maybe while you breathe, you become aware of any kind of tension in your body, any worries, any concerns. Just allow that with every exhale, you give these to heaven for transformation. And so allow yourself to relax more and more, to feel totally safe, to feel good, and to give yourself permission to let go and relax even more. Today, I would like to invite you on a journey which starts in a big city. Imagine you're walking around in a big city, a city maybe you know very well, but maybe a city you see the first time. It seems around you are many people. There's all this noise from the streets, the cars, the people. You can feel in your imagination your feet on the ground. And you can feel as you walk on the pavement. You may look at the other pedestrians which pass you. Maybe you look into their faces. Take notice of their mood, their body language. Some people seem to be in a hurry, while others move around quite relaxed. And you take notice of the heavy traffic on the road, the speed, the many noises. And you notice here Sima's life. And while you walk along, notice as well the shop windows which you pass walking along, the flower shops, maybe a bakery, possibly some boutiques. And again, windows with clothes and other designs in all the colors of the rainbow. And maybe, who knows, you spot some familiar faces in the crowd of the people passing you. Choose whether you stop and greet them, or whether you prefer to be with yourself is it that you feel in this very moment? You're just strolling along the street for a little while. And this is when you see a small, and it seems a quiet alley on the side. And I invite you to take a turn into this small and quiet alley. How does it look like? What is it that you see? Can you see trees? Maybe bushes or flowers? And what is it that you smell? Maybe the fragrance of the fresh air? Maybe the fragrance of the trees and plants that surround the street. And you walk along this little alley. To the left and to the right you can see older houses. And it seems literally that life here has a very different rhythm. A much more quiet, a much more calm rhythm. And curiosity makes you walking a little bit further until you reach a big building. And this building has a very special, somehow solemn architecture. And above the door entrance, you may read the following words: Temple of Silence. Can you see the building? And you somehow understand that here a counterpoint has been set to the noisy environment of the city. Because here it is expected that every visitor behaves silently and there is no talking. So how do you feel now being in front of that entrance of the building and being invited to not even talk? And somehow this building attracts you, and maybe you decide to enter. Yeah, you decide. Maybe you touch this heavy wooden carved portal. It has beautiful ornaments. What ornaments can you see? How does this heavy carved portal look like? And if you like, then just open the door and see what happens. What is it that you can see? You enter a big room flooded with subdued light, in which absolute silence reigned. You might feel a little bit excited. What is it exactly that you see? What colors do the walls have? There seems to be only one huge room. Is there furniture in this room? Are there plants in this room? Maybe flowers? And if so, which colors do these have? You can smell the fragrance of lightness, and you feel that you can stay here for a while, and you allow the silence to pervade you completely from your head to your feet. Allow your spirit to absorb this peaceful atmosphere, and allow your body to feel this natural vitality of this amazing location, the wonderful location of silence. Here it is possible for you to experience body and mind as one. And you are invited to find a place in this room where you would like to rest for a little moment. Maybe you sit down, maybe you lie down. And you can feel as body and mind connect here in perfect harmony, and are inspired by this very healthy atmosphere, the very healthy atmosphere of silence. The silence around you allows you to hear the life within your body, the touch of your breath, the flow of your blood, the beat of your heart. Maybe you can even hear the sound of your soul. Because here in this environment you can rest. You can let go of all that you do not need anymore. And you can absorb all the energies and the qualities of the silence that you meet most. Allow yourself to find this deep harmony. The harmony with this little realm of peace within. And as more silent we become, as more we can listen. We can listen to our own being, our own self. Some spiritual masters believe that we have a third ear, which we can hear the non-audible. And so I invite you to listen and to enjoy the sounds for a little while. And allow yourself to listen to the silence within. This building, the Temple of Silence, you have absorbed all the energies and all the vitality and the beauty of this special place. And so I invite you in your imagination. You may want to say thank you to this special place where you have been invited to go in your own personal way. And then you walk again towards the big heavy carved wooden door. You open it and you go back out into the life of the streets, of this little alley. when you leave the building, notice how you feel. And I invite you to memorize well the way to this small and quiet alley, that at any time you wish or you're in need for silence, you can go back and visit this temple of silence. And I invite you to keep all that you have received now when you visit the temple of silence. Keep this energy, keep this vitality, the beauty and the silence of this mental oasis, while you very slowly bring your attention back into the here and now. And I invite you to come back nicely relaxed, as well refreshed. And take a few deep breaths, breathing in and out a couple of times. And be convinced that at any time you can receive strength and inspiration from this inner temple of silence within you. Here you can find the balance of the day to day. And when you open your eyes in a short moment in your own rhythm, and I invite you to feel these positive emotions so that they can spread into your entire body, into your mind, and flow into all that you still have to do today. And so I gently invite you to start moving your body, moving your arms and your legs, your fingers, maybe twinkle your toes. Stretch yourself once with a deep breath and fully come back into the here and now. And finally, in your own rhythm, please come back into the here and now and open your eyes. Welcome back. Yeah. I look forward to hearing from you, how you are. Look forward to hearing your questions.
Thank you so much, Christine, for this wonderful sound journey. I'm in a deep relaxation now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really great. Thank you.
It seems sometimes very short, but it can be very powerful, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Yeah, let's have a look to the chat if there are some questions. Now is the time for questions to Christine. You can write them in English or also in German in the chat. So feel free.
I
There
can
is a
see we
lot
have
of
some.
thanks.
I can see, yeah, we have some of my lovely sound friends and peers over
Hey,
the place. I can see from Canada. I can see from Turkey. I can
yeah.
see from Malta and Germany. Wonderful.
Perhaps you would like to tell us a little bit about your own practice with the singing bowls and the coaching practice. What has changed in your work as a result when you get started to make coaching sessions with singing bowls?
It is much more easy to find a solution. It's much more easy to create a trustworthy relationship between the coachee and myself, or the group and myself. And people relax to a level, especially those that have no idea about singing bowls, they relax to a level they haven't relaxed for a long, long time. And since we can use the sound to anchor new achievements, goals, whatever, this we achieve long-lasting results, and we have really wonderful successes. I have people, yeah, they simply love the sound, and this is why they preferred come to see me than maybe seeing another coach or therapist. Yeah.
So you work with groups and also with single persons. You
Yeah, I do one-to-one sessions, and this is might be people that are in a way where they need to make decisions in their life. I work as well with cancer patients. I collaborate with a company who take care of cancer patients and their treatments. So
okay.
I help them with relaxation techniques, etc., and actually guided imagery journeys to feel the strength in themselves, the positive focus, etc. And we've had excellent results, wonderful. But I have worked as well in companies, in small groups, that with people that have never in their life ever thought about any relaxation technique, and they laugh when I come, because this is a special me time for them. What is really fantastic, I think, is that more and more companies open for that, and they allow their staff to take that time paid off, and as well they pay for the session. So it's really
Okay.
amazing.
Okay. Yeah, great.
I have someone asking here if I use the singing bowls as well during meditation. Yes, I do.
No, not meditation, mediation.
Oh,
So yeah.
mediation. Oh, the screen is too far away with,
Yeah.
even with my glasses.
So
Sorry.
I'm here.
I have actually done that in office environment, to start with, to kind of bring people into a rather calm state. I have done that in groups when people knew the sound already. So they knew the sound from relaxation techniques, no? So yes, I did, and I do. I've had one-to-one problems. But in companies, I've worked like that. Yes, I did.
And did companies in Spain sponsors this sound meditations with you for their Mitarbeiter?
Yeah, for their staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, more and more companies do that, and usually these are rather modern companies, but as well in clinics or in private hospitals. And this is where they invest in people, and mainly when they're international companies, because they have a much broader vision of employee management, of staff management.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because in Germany it's ja, also es ist ähnlich wie du jetzt gerade sagst, in Spanien sind eher so größere Firmen und internationaler aufgestellte Firmen als jetzt so Mittelstand oder so, die machen das weniger. Vielleicht kannst du das gerade nochmal übersetzen.
Katrin says that in Germany, rather large companies offer these kind of benefits to their employees, and the smaller companies rather not.
Yeah.
Probably they do not have the funds to do that. Well, I think even if there is a smaller company, if they would give the free time, they maybe don't need to pay for the session or the treatment, but they could pay for the free time. I've seen that in companies here where they brought in massage therapists in the break, you know, and people would pay themselves, but it was paid working hours.
Ah, okay.
That's
Yeah, it's
really
also
cool
great.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
There is
Someone
one
yeah.
question. Can you show your bowls you have used, please?
I work with therapy singing bowls, obviously, and today I have used the Sangha meditation bowls. I would say probably for most who know has Klang concept products, know Sangha singing bowls. Yeah, I like to use these because they have the long-lasting vibration.
Yeah. I was so deeply relaxed at the last words. I couldn't hear.
Oh, thank you, Brigitte.
Yeah.
That most of the time happens. Sometimes people say, oh, you don't even need to talk, just play the sounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's always a message with what we say, and you do not necessarily need to listen to it, because subconsciously you intake the information anyway, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Perhaps this is a good topic for the consciousness videos with Peter Gabis.
yeah, mindfulness.
Mindfulness, sorry. Yeah.
Mindfulness, yeah. You know, those who, I mean, all of you are member of the association. If you're in the Zoom here, and if you go on the website of the Fachverband, you can find a lot of information now on English, and there will be more and more information on English. The association has done a great effort as well in translating articles into English with various topics that can be very beneficial and helpful for your own personal sound work. And we again would like to relate to our 2021 videos, because you do not need to buy a full package. You can buy individual videos as well. And maybe, Katrin, we can mention here as well that we're planning a symposium in English.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
if you like to stay tuned, share your email address if you haven't, because we plan a symposium with some of the English content of the 2021 videos or the Congress. And then this will be prior to the 2022 Congress, which will be online as well. And it will be in English too, isn't it? It will be beginning of March, right? First weekend.
Yes, we
Yeah.
want.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's always more fun when you can be present in the moment, no? When you can join, because it's nice to exchange messages, to see all the people, maybe your friends from somewhere else. But I
Janni,
look
magst du gerade
forward.
mal die Folie einblenden? Genau.
I look forward to our planned symposium. It will probably take place end of January, beginning of February, with 2021. Yeah,
2022.
yeah. Well, what we do end of February or January
Yeah.
or February might
Yeah.
be the English symposium, which is English only from 2021, so we can
Ah, yeah,
catch
okay.
up. And then obviously in March we have the 2022 Sound Congress.
Yay. It's a
Yeah.
great offering from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And do you want to say last few words to our participations today's
Yeah,
evening?
sure. Thank you so much for joining me here this morning, evening, afternoon, depending where you are. And it was my pleasure to share a little bit of some sound, a little story, and share what I really love to do. And I hope to stay in touch. And thank you to you, Katrin, to invite me.
So, have a nice evening, everyone, and a nice week with deep, relaxing moments. And we were glad to see you next week again. And yeah, thank you all for joining us here today.
And if we don't see you, happy holiday season. Thank you
Yay.
so much.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.